Phil and Tom at the ready. Excellent. Morning, Phil. How are you, man? Morning, everybody. Phil and Tom at the ready. Excellent. Morning, Phil. How are you, man? See, Aussies. The Aussies are in. Morning, everybody. Phil and Tom at the ready. Excellent. Morning, Phil. How are you, man? Excellent. What? Yeah. Morning, Charlie and Frank. How are you, guys? Guys, we're going to start in the next minute or so. Just the equipment you need today. Can you make sure you have at least 4 objects or cones? Your hockey stick, obviously. And can you also make sure that you have at least 1 hockey ball, but also, if you can, 1 soft ball or tennis ball. Tennis ball would be ideal, but a soft ball of any sort, can be any size really. And if you've got 2, that's even better, but you definitely need 1. So go and find yourself a tennis ball or a soft ball. Not a massive reason you can't find one, because you can do it at a later date anyway. Morning, Joe. Are you doing this, Joe? Get yourself ready. Or at least Amelia, anyway. Okay, guys, anyway, we'll make a start. Welcome to the third session of City of Peterborough Mini Hockey Live. Just to remind you that we have had some videos in of various people doing some skills, so that's great. We can never have too many, so if you haven't sent in your video, it could be anything, you doing the drills, doing the skills, doing your own thing, send it in for a chance to win an 11 hockey stick. And we post them on our Facebook. If you don't want us to post them, just let us know when you send us the video in. Right, we're going to start with the warm-up, so let's get ready. Amelia, excellent. So what you're going to do, okay? You're going to set up 3 cones or objects. Okay, I've seen a lot of people use shoes or tins of food. As long as you've got 3 objects like this out in front of you, that will be perfect. Okay, you're going to start to one side, all right, of your objects, and you're going to have your stick out in front of you with the back of the stick on the floor. Okay, so my feet are close together. The back of the stick is on the floor here. All right, and the stick's out in front of me, and what I'm going to do is the stick is not allowed to leave the floor, okay? So I can't lift my stick up to move, it has to stay on the floor at all times. And what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to move, okay, round the back and through the cone. So the stick and my feet are going through the cones. Round the outside of this one, and then back, round again, okay? Notice my stick's not leaving the floor at any point. Okay, now if I do it slowly, that's really easy. But the moment I do it fast, okay, look how quick my feet need to move. Oh! And I carry on. And see how many times you can get round before your stick has to leave the floor. My legs are starting to burn now. Loads of little steps. Loads of little steps. Oh, legs start to go eventually there. Okay, I want you to do as many as you can. Okay, we're going to do it for the next 2 minutes. See how long you can do it for in those 2 minutes. If you need a little rest like me, have a little rest and then do it again. Okay, remember, your stick cannot leave the floor, and your stick and your feet have to go through the cones. All right? Okay, minute and a half left on that, and then we'll get started. Joss is here. Excellent. Get the warm-up going, Joss. It's hard work this morning. Whew. Yeah. Okay, 30 seconds left on that, guys. Okay, and hold it there. So, what I want you to do now is you're going to get your stick and your ball ready, and I want you to set up a box like I've done. So you need your 4 objects, whether they're cones, shoes, bean tins, whatever they are. 4 objects, and I want you to set up a box. Okay, now if you have a bigger space, the bigger you make the box, okay, the harder this drill is. Alright, I've only got quite a small space, so I've made my box nice and small for you guys to be able to see it. But the bigger you make the box, the harder it is. So if it's a bit too easy while you're doing it, just make the box slightly bigger. Okay? All we're going to do is we're going to stand in the middle of the box. Alright? And we're going to start with the ball on the top left marker. Okay? So the ball's going to start on the top left marker, and we're going to stand in the middle of the box. And all you're going to do, okay, is you're going to drag the ball, okay, using our reverse to start with, across to the other side of the box, okay, and then we've got to move our feet, because we're then going to drag the ball across to this side of the box. Move our feet, that side, and we're going to basically move in a circle, okay, keeping the ball nice and straight around the box. Okay, now, if you keep going the same way, you're going to get quite dizzy. So I normally do it twice, this way. So that's once, twice, and then I go the other way. Okay? Try and dribble the ball, alright? So don't go around the same way over and over and over again, because it gets quite dizzy. Remember, if this is too small, it feels a little bit pointless. Make the box bigger if you've got a bigger space, okay? Because that means I have to drag the ball further. So if my tags are wider apart, that's going to be a big drag, and then I've really got to move my feet to go into the next one. Okay, that's the key. The key is to move your feet. Okay, we're getting used to not only our control here, which is quite difficult, but we're also looking at once we've dragged the ball across, I've then got to pivot and move my feet to the other side in order to do this drag. Because if I don't move my feet, okay, and that's really, really difficult, and I've got the ball in the wrong place. Remember to move your feet round and drag the ball, okay? So, a box, and we're dragging the ball around the outside of the box, moving our feet, okay, around the outside of the box. If you're getting too dizzy, then don't be afraid to mix it up a little bit, and maybe once you've gone a couple of ways, go back the same way. Okay, really fast hands. Oh, try not to lose control of the ball. Just getting used to moving our body and the ball at the same time. Okay, 30 seconds left on that, guys. Okay, so just to move on slightly from that, okay, just to chuck in something a little bit different, the same drill, but this time, okay, you can now also drag diagonally across, okay? So, if I wanted to, I could make this drag across here, but then I could drag the ball from that side all the way across to the other side, okay? So instead of just going round the box, alright, instead, I can now chuck in a diagonal, and then move round the box, diagonally across. Okay, it's up to you whenever you want to go. It doesn't have to be in an order. Okay, I'm just getting used to dragging the ball. But what I want you to focus on, just while I'm demonstrating, look at my feet. Okay, try and ignore the ball. Look what my feet are doing as I'm moving the ball across. Okay, they're always on the move. My foot's always getting out of the way. Okay, look how much I'm moving my feet. Feet are so important in hockey when you're having to move the ball that quickly. Alright, our footwork's got to be really good. All of the ladders and the various warm-up drills that we've been doing the last few weeks designed to work our feet. Okay, so that it makes this much easier. Alright, so really focus on moving your feet round, dragging the ball quickly. Again, if you want to make it harder, make the box bigger. Okay, 1 more minute on that and then we'll move on to the next drill. Whew. Okay, so now we've given that a go, we're going to move on to the next drill. So, with your 4 objects, okay, I want you to put them in a random order out in front of you. You can put them anywhere you want, but the closer you put them together, the harder that this drill is, okay. Also, if you've got time and you've got other things around the house that you can use, okay, don't be afraid to go over, okay, and get those things and bring them into this drill. As you can see, I'm using 10 different things. Okay, and obviously you can use shoes, you can use tins, you can use loads of things, alright? So don't be afraid to go and get those and use those for this drill. Okay? So as you can see, I've put these out in front of me in a random order. Okay? And all I'm going to do here, alright, is I'm going to try and get through this, alright, to the other side. Okay, so I want you to pick a point the other side of all of these obstacles. Okay, and we're going to try and get to the other side without hitting any of these obstacles. Okay? Now, I could make it really easy, and I could just slowly dribble through, and now I've made it to the other side. Okay, but that's not the point. What I want you to try and do is see how many times you can go side to side whilst moving forwards, okay? So as you can see, I'm going around my obstacles. I'm trying to avoid, okay, hitting any of them. Alright, so I'm just using that control to get through to the other side, okay? So if I try and do it a little bit faster, alright, without hitting any of them, oh, okay, it's difficult. Oh, I think I've just about made it, alright? So really put, and you can mix this up, you can make it different, you can make it bigger every time, you can make it further forwards. Okay, you can use more items if you want to. Alright, we're dribbling through, big drags, trying to avoid all of the targets. Okay, we'll call this the minefield. So I've got the minefield out in front of me. Okay, you can use different length things. You can use shoes, tins. I'm using cones in here. Okay, set out a minefield out in front of you. See if you can get through it to the other side. Okay, if you want to video yourselves doing this and send it in, alright, for a chance to win an 11 hockey stick, this is a really good one to watch. Okay, so make up your own minefield with your random things. See if you can get through it to the other side. Couple of minutes on that one, guys. And then we'll move on to the final drill. Morning, Danny. It is Danny Wilcox's birthday today, everybody. So happy birthday to you, Danny, one of our Hockey View Academy coaches. Just remember, guys, while we're doing this one, ball placement's really important, okay? So having the ball out in front of me so I can see both the ball and the targets that I'm trying to get past, okay? Try not to keep your hands too close to your body and the ball really close to your feet, because then your head's down and suddenly the targets appear and it's a bit too late to avoid the targets, okay? So really try and make sure the ball's out in front of you. Feet wide apart, knees bent, head up, and now I can see that blue tag that's coming, so then I can use my stick to avoid it. It makes dribbling so much easier. Alright? 30 seconds left on this, guys. Remember, you can keep changing it, you can make it bigger, smaller. Okay guys, so we're going to move on to our final drill now, okay? And this is where you're going to need your soft ball, okay? So if you've got a tennis ball of any sort, those of you that weren't here at the start, okay, I've asked you guys to find a softer ball, so a tennis ball, you know, a ball wrapped in tape or something, you know, something that's just softer than a hockey ball so we don't damage anything. Now, you know, this drill is better used outside, okay, against a brick wall or something like that. But because we're inside, I'll just demonstrate it in here. But do be careful when you're doing this drill that you don't do it against anything that you're not allowed to, okay? So don't blame me. Okay, so what we're going to do, you're going to get your soft ball, so I'm using a tennis ball here, and you're going to find a flat surface, okay? So if you haven't got one around you at the moment, don't worry. All right, you can take this drill elsewhere in the house, or as I said, outside against the wall, okay, and practice it out there. We're going to start moving on to using our first touch. Okay, so we're doing a lot of dribbling, all right, and we're going to try and use our, man, I need my hydration, man, I'm so tired here, this is so much hard work. Okay, we're going to have the tennis ball out in front of us, we're going to have a flat surface, so just out of shot here, I'm just using the edge of my sofa, okay, which you can't see, but it's okay because you'll be able to see me, all right. So all I'm going to do with this tennis ball, because I'm using a soft ball, it's going to be a bit more responsive, it's going to come off the my sofa a bit quicker. I'm using my first touch. I'm trying to control the ball. Okay. All I'm going to do is I'm going to play the ball and I'm going to stop it. Okay. I'm going to play the ball and I'm going to stop it. Using my first touch to try and control that soft ball. It's actually really hard to stop a tennis ball with your hockey stick. Okay. Once you do this drill, especially against a brick wall outside or something where it really pings off, it's really difficult to control it. Okay. But I want you to look at my body position when I'm controlling the ball. Okay. As it's coming in, notice how my left hand is away from my body and my left elbow is pointing out. Okay, you see that? So I've got a big space between my body and my stick here. Alright, look how I'm putting my left hand away and my stick out. Okay, by doing that, it means, okay, that the ball's always going to be out in front of me, but also, if you look at the angle of my stick, okay, look how it's pointing towards the floor. Alright, that means that when the ball comes in, it doesn't jump up my stick. Okay, so I'll do it quickly. You see how it bobbles up your stick. Especially with a tennis ball, that's going to happen quite a lot. So left hand away, stick angle towards the floor. Okay, and I'm really trying to just control that ball. Okay, as it comes off the surface. As I said, if you haven't got anything around you at the moment, you can take this drill away and do it, you know, anywhere else in the house. Or as I said, it works really well outside on a brick wall. Okay. So give that a go with your tennis ball, alright, we'll give you sort of 30 seconds or so to carry on with that using that first touch. Once we've done that, we're going to move on to the final development of that drill. And sorry for all the parents out there that for the whole next week you're just going to hear all that tapping off walls and things like that. But it is done better outside on a brick wall, guys, so pending the weather, of course. Okay, now for those of you that are lucky enough to have two of those, if you've got two tennis balls, okay, and again, if you haven't got them at the moment, don't worry, you can go away and find this and do this for the rest of the day. Okay, I'm going to use two tennis balls this time. I'm going to set you guys a challenge, alright? And again, I want to see some videos of this or some pictures of this and count how many that you can do. All you're going to do is you can use the same surface, okay, but you're going to have two balls this time. And you're not allowed to play the same ball twice in a row, okay? So I'm going to play the first ball, alright, and then I've got to play the second one before I play the next one again. So notice how, okay, I'm using both balls now to try and play them. Now I'm doing this first time, okay, if you do it really quickly, oh, let's hit each other, okay, and see if you can play them without them hitting each other, okay, but also, alright, try and keep the pass as straight as you can, because the moment you get the pass wrong, as you can see, that one jumps away, okay. If you want to make it easier, guys, just take two touches, okay, so we can play it off the board, stop, then go on to the next one. And this way, oh, we're now testing our first touch. And obviously they want to try and avoid each other. if you can. Okay, once you get really good at that, see how many you can do with just one time. So it gets really fun, it gets really quick, especially if you do it off a brick wall or something a bit harder. The tennis ball really pings off. It's a great way of again, working our feet, which we've been doing a lot today. Great way of, you know, using our first touch time player pass. As I said, if you want to make it easier, stop it and pass it. Love to see how many of those you guys can actually do. So guys, that is the end. Just to recap what we've done, we did the footwork drill at the start where we're going in and out. Remember, this video is available on the Hockey View Academy Facebook page, but also the mini hockey page where this is being broadcast from. It's also available on our YouTube channel, which is H4UA, and that's where all of our skill videos and all that sort of stuff is on there. Loads of content, so go ahead and go on there and you can pretty much watch those videos for some inspiration on some drills you can do at home. We then moved on to the box. Okay, so remember to create a box and then the items that you have, and then we're looking at basically just dragging around that box, both around it and also diagonally. And then we created the minefield, so find as many objects you can in your home. I'd love to see a huge minefield through somebody's house. That'd be amazing if you could make a massive one. Okay, and then just put loads of items to see if you can get from one side of the room to the other. That'd be awesome. And then we finished with that drill there where we used our tennis balls against that flat surface. Okay, so they're the 3 drills that I want you to go away and practice. All right. Just before we finish, a special thank you for those members that are watching. We have 8 Hockey View Academy members, which is amazing. And so thank you to you guys for signing up. Also, it's my first online one-to-one this week, and it was great with Daniel Simpson. It was awesome. I hope, Daniel, you enjoyed it. And I'm hoping to do another 3 or 4 this week, so that's really growing. So if you're interested in an online one-to-one session, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay? Morning guys, thank you. Enjoy your weekend and hope you have fun in the snow. Thanks a lot.